I really, really, really do appreciate that. I believe this meeting is already being recorded, and that's fine. I'll have to just, if you ask for the recording, I will just edit it first so we take out all the waiting and stuff. But let me get right into my story because I want to share exactly what my story is this evening. And again, like I said, I've never, ever shared this with anyone before. Um, okay, there we go. And take that out, and away we go now. Being slow on the computer doesn't help. There we go. The opening slide is still very much the same, and I'm going to wipe you guys off so I can't see your faces anymore. But thanks for your attendance and stick with me to the end because I'm hoping that I can show you something tonight which will really encourage you to perhaps take a step forward in a new direction. Certainly, I did, and it changed our lives forever. And just to give you a bit of a background, that's my wife and I, Les, and we were in Cape Town a couple of months ago. I think it was in June, and this now in July, August, we were in the USA, having a glorious time. You can see the tan. It's summertime there, and it's beautiful, beautiful weather we had. And got back, as I said, this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And yeah, and then the wonderful thing is we're planning to go to France for a white Christmas as well. Enough of my story. And enough of that. That's my wife, Liz. And it's just wonderful that we do everything together. And you can do that. And it's so wonderful to have a family business. And I want to talk about business tonight and the importance of having a business in your life because there's so many good values that you can get out of it, so much that you can learn. So let's go back. There has to be a beginning somewhere. Some of us say, oh, my beginning hurts, and my beginning was this, my beginning was this, and all the bad things. You know what? Every beginning had some good things. And I'll tell you that when we grew up in a time, my parents had just come through the Great Depression. They were traders, and there was no money. It was really, really, really tight. So in the trading station that we worked and where we lived, everyone had to work. I worked from 6 years old, and our shop looked something like that. I couldn't find. I never had time because I've been on the road, but this is typically where my mom would be sitting around on her side on the left, and my dad talking to customers. And what I think is so fantastic is that if you want to be successful in business today, don't look at the superstores. Don't look at the fancy internet online shopping. Well, we can perhaps use some of the things, the techniques and the skills that they utilize. But I believe that if you want to be successful in business today, it's person to person. When we started off at Macy's Holt store, actually came, people call it Macy's Holt, but it wasn't Macy's. It was actually old Mr. Mizey that started the shop. And it was actually a railway bus stop called Mayeza Holt. And that was our shop. And I love this picture, this one here, because there's a scale here. And if you can just make it out, that scale's got the little flat side on the one side and then the pan on the other. And that's how we used to weigh off. So we weighed just about everything. I'm telling you, whether it be salt or sugar or like even chew tobacco, you'd cut off pieces of chew tobacco and sell pieces of chew tobacco. It was trading. It was you'd buy bulk things and then you'd give it away. One of the key things was, you ever heard of the word basella? Let me explain it to you. What we would do is take a piece of paper and you make it like an ice cream cone out of the piece of paper, special way you twist your hand. And then we would go along. And if they the customer bought a nice big order, we would take some little mangalala sweets and little multicolored little beads of sugar, and we'd put them into that packet, close it up, and fold it in nicely, and give it to them. And that was a thank you. So we always gave a thank you. There was always time to give something back to the customer, no matter how hard it was. And there were principles that I learned from my mom and my dad, which were just so special. Unfortunately, I've lost them both now, and I look back and it's just that my mom was just like that. Um, sitting over there talking to the people, my dad giving advice to the customers. We later built a big business called a big box called Farmerama, a big 1,000 square meter, whatever more, a big box shop with the farmers' one-stop shop with fertilizers and chemicals and all sorts of things. And the same principles we use there to go along and see my dad talking to this lady, explaining perhaps how to cook the meat and how to do this and how to prepare it. And we would do the same thing on how to use fertilizer and how to use terramycin for the red water or whatever the farmers' needs were. We had to know and be able to give them advice. And the business grew to be a multi-million dollar concern. In fact, today we sold that business, sold them both. Margie's whole store is still there. It's got a different name now. And the Farmerama was the other one that has also got a different name. It's a cooperative now. But the principles of our business were so important. So let's just touch on a couple of those things tonight. And if you can understand that, I believe that any business that you start, you can be successful in. What are the key principles? Well, my mom used to say, and always used to teach us, Andy, we're not salespeople. You can't supply what you do not know, and they cannot supply what we do not stock. So if we didn't have the stock on the shelf, and that was me type of thing, that's not me, but that I'd be packing shelves. The stock would have to go along. We'd pack the sugar and we'd go and pack it all onto the shelves. We'd pack the salt, pack it onto the shelves. And if we didn't have the stock, well, then we would have to go along and make a plan and do something else and try and keep the customer satisfied at all hands. And if we didn't have the stock, my dad would be running into town every week to go to the wholesalers and bring it back out and stock the shelves. So important. So you can't supply what you do not know. You got to know your products. You got to know what's important. Even if it's a lettuce, you must know what's important about lettuce and how you cut and how you prepare lettuce. Okay. My dad used to say, Annie, we only use products from our own business. And if my mom went to town and bought some products from another store that we stocked in our shop, oh, there was big trouble because we only buy from ourselves. We never shop anywhere else. It's such an important principle. And if you can hold on to that, it's just so important. Because in those days, I started reading books about business. One of the guys I read on a regular basis was a guy by the name of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Blew my mind. But he also wrote a book, Cash Flow Quadrant. And in Cash Flow Quadrant, he says, hey, if you're a business person, a real business person, you need to be able to walk away from your business for 12 months, come back and make more money when you weren't there than when you were there. So now you understand why I travel overseas so much, because I can look and I can see how my business is growing, and I can just sit there encouraging people because I can just see you're all doing so well and doing an amazing job. But let me explain his cash flow quadrant. He says on the left-hand side, as we're talking tonight, as I'm talking to each of you tonight, you fall into one or more of these boxes and perhaps predominantly in one and a little bit here and a little bit there. But the migration should be from an employee. That's where we all start, okay, to be self-employed, to be a business owner, to be an investor. What's the grading? What's the difference here? Well, the employee has no control of how much he earns or she earns. Yes, you can apply for a new job, but that increase that you get, it's not your call. It's someone else's call. That leave that you get, it's not your call. The tax that you pay, it's not your call. The deductions that they make, it's not your call. It's gone. It just disappears. Okay, the self-employed person, your engineers, your architects, your accountants, they own a job and they've got two hands in 24 hours. They work like crazy. Watch it, talk to a tax accountant or an accountant in tax season when they're going to submit all the taxes. Incredible. How much they've got to, how many hours they've got to work and all the rest of it, because they've got to do the books themselves. The business owner on the right-hand side, life changes because the business owner has a business system. Why is it that when spa, you see a guy's got one spa, next thing he's got two spas, next thing he's got three spas, four spas, five spas? Why? Because once he's learned the spa system, He can rubber stamp it onto a number of stores and he grows, grows, grows. All your spa owners own multiple stores because of that. We can learn from that. Very, very important. And then you have more money than you've got that you don't know what to do with, and you run out of a month before you run out of money. Isn't that really exciting? Uh, Now you put your money where you can invest it, and the money starts working for you. So there's a progression in life, but the key is to get into that business zone, which is so important. So I want to share with you tonight a business which I believe has changed, well, it has changed my life completely. We saw this when we were building Farmerama, and it was absolutely the most incredible thing to see because it taught me how to build a business system where everyone wins, no one loses. No one works for me. I don't have employees. Everyone over here, all I'm doing is encourage my people to build their business, to have fun, to be healthier, to be richer, to be wiser, to have more knowledge, more, and just they just grow and grow and grow. And I'll get you some testimonies later on to show that whole thing. And then you can be an investor and you can have your gold and you can have your shares, you can have your properties. Those all that come along later on. Okay. But let's go further along. I want to show you that there is a vehicle for you tonight. I don't care where you are. I don't care what your education is. If you can just tell me that you've got a passion and a burn to have more out of life, I'm telling you, there's a rainbow of promise here tonight I'm going to give to you. A business opportunity for you. You got to have a business. But what is the ideal business? And I'm going to be very brief tonight. I'm not going to waffle and worry what about this whole thing. I want to keep it as brief and as simple as possible. That's when we were in New York. And I want you to come travel. Come with us. Next year, already we're planning in early next year, we're going to be in Egypt for a week and maybe two. Wouldn't that be fun? You can come along to that one. There's a whole bunch of us going on that one. So you got to have a dream. You got to have a dream. You got to have a business. You got to have a dream. And the dream, what is your dream? People, when I started, when I first, we were so busy working in the family business that I never had time to dream. My dad never took a holiday, ever. That's the truth. My mom didn't know what was a holiday. They're dead now, and they never had a holiday. Why? Because then my dad didn't know how to dream. He came out of the depression, and he was just work, 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 work. And so it's so important. I remember the first time we went, when I retired in around, I think it was about 2005, somewhere around there. And I didn't work over December. Christmas time, and I wasn't behind a counter. That was crazy for us because that's the busiest time of the year. Where was I? I don't even know. But I do know that we put a goal out and had a dream to go to Disney World. I wanted to go to Disney World. I've heard so much about this place. So guess what? Put the pictures up, and in a couple, I think it was about 3, 4 years later, we went along, or maybe even less. I don't know. But we went to Disney. Les and I went to Disney just on our own. And then we got so excited, we put more stress on it. We said, right, fine. Took the kids. Well, we've been to Disney World 5 times. I can be a tour guide in that place. It's just amazing. We've been to Euro Disney as well. And it's great to have fun and to have holidays. I don't care. You might want an island holiday. You might want to go travel and go to Mauritius or Seychelles, Hawaii. It's beautiful. Hawaii is amazing. It's beautiful. You're going to spend in dollars, and that's 20 to 1. It's very expensive. But you might want to extend the house. You might want to have plan a education for your child. Might want to get married. You might whatever get a new car. I was yesterday. I was in Johannesburg looking at vehicles because I need to buy a new vehicle. What is it that you want? It's wonderful. Have a dream. So let's have a look at the ideal business tonight. The ideal business links to a company called Neolife, established in 1958. And it's great to know that these people are in existence because they've been in business now 67 years. Now, that's fantastic because there's many, many businesses that I know that don't even exist. Think of Kodak, gone. But this one's just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. They've got a global footprint in over 50 countries, hundreds and thousands. It might be millions, I don't know, or subscribers or we call distributors in the business. And they've done all of this monster of a business with no advertising. You'll never see it on TV. You'll never see that there's no advertising. You know why? Because they produce products that work. And because they use products that work, they have and they link that to a simple, honest, duplicable plan. And this is so, so important. It's absolutely incredible to know that you have this simple, honest, duplicable plan on products that work. So what's the steps for you? How do you become successful? Cynthia, would you like to sit still while we're sitting here talking? I see you scratching all over the board. Um, steps for you in this whole thing. Register and order online. We do it with everyone. We do it with Take-A-Lot. We do it with what do you call these, Amazon and all these other big brands. That's what we do. But if you register and buy online, you can buy direct from the company and get a 20% discount. I'll talk more about the products now. Okay. What that means is that you can buy, now you have your own business. The moment you register with the company, with Neolife, and you can now order online and get a discount. From there, you use your products, just like my dad said. Exactly the same thing. Save on your grocery bill. Say, hey, why must I buy and make someone else rich? We buy it wholesale. We only buy it from our own business. And I want to tell you, you can avoid 4 supermarket aisles. Isn't that incredible? 4. And I imagine you go down into your favorite supermarket tomorrow and you walk down aisle number 1, you say, hey, I don't buy from you anymore. I don't buy from you anymore. I buy from my business because my business is the one that's going to feed me. And once you do that, you use your products and TTP. What's TTP? Talk to people. It's as simple as that. Let's get into it. I don't want salesmen. Please get me quite clear on this. My mom was right, Andy. We don't want salesmen. And I'm telling you now, Andy's saying, I don't want salesmen. I've never want to be a salesman. I want to be a teacher. I want to add value to people's lives. I want them to know when they use my product, they're getting the best, and they know that if there's anything that they don't like, I'll take it back and I'll give them their money back. Pardon me. Okay. TTP. Now, what am I going to do when I TTP? Well, I use the products and I find, well, they're fantastic. They save me money. They make me feel healthier. I get more energy. I mean, look at the energy that I've got after being on the road for 70 hours. I want to tell you, folks, it's incredible what these products can do for you. Now, when I refer my family and friends, they buy directly from the company. I don't make a cent out of them. I know that. I mean, I bought product for people over here. I don't make any money out of product that I sell to my team. That's everyone buys it, that same cost price, all wholesale price, which is great. But the company says, hey, you've created volume, you've created a bigger buying group, and because of that, we are going to give you a rebate, a bonus at the end of the month based on turnover. So everyone is winning. Everyone wins. Everyone buys at wholesale price. Everyone gets the bottom line price of the products, which are the best in the world. And everyone has the license to refer friends and family anywhere in the world. So the whole process is use, teach, duplicate. I need water. Sorry. So you purchase the products from your own online store, Neolife, yourname.cosa. Sense? You register with Neolife. They give you your own website, your own online store, yourname.co.za. If you're in Botswana, it'll have a Botswana registration. Avoid 4 aisles in the supermarket. What are these 4 aisles? I'll show you. You will save money on the products from those aisles because you'll buy them cheaper because you're buying them direct from the warehouse. Number 2, you're going to get a better quality because they can afford to give you a better quality. Remember, we are not looking for salespeople. There's no advertising. You're going to be the advert. And what's your advert? I use this product, and you know what? It did this for me. And because of that, people say, well, hang on, if that did for you, will it do it for me? Yeah. What am I going to do? Well, you register with Neolife and you get your Neolife, yourname.cosa, and you carry on and do your thing. Okay. You get improved health and vitality, guaranteed wellness. Isn't that something we all want? Okay, so let's have a look at the 4 aisles. We're going to get there. Okay, number one, nutritional supplements. They tell me 80% of people not taking supplements. They just don't know what to take. They don't even know why they're taking what they take. Can you see the importance of teaching? You need to get taught, and we will teach you everything that you need to know. And then you can go along. And as I told Farmer Brown and Farmer Smith, let me tell you, you do that all the time as well. People will buy for your product. Number two is personal care, shampoos, conditioners, body shower, gels, and all this kind of stuff. We all use it. We all use soap. Is anyone that you know that doesn't use soap? You don't want them in your business. Sorry about my throat. Facial care, best facial care products in the world. Absolutely incredible. I'm not even going to try and talk products. I'm just telling you, this is what you can get from your own business. Buy it from the shop if you want to, but you can do better and you'll get a better price, wholesale price for yourself. Number four, you get home care. Home care products are, yeah, everyone's got laundry compounds and dishwashing soaps and stuff like that. You can buy your own products and save a fortune on this stuff. Absolute fortune. So now you use your own products from your own store, you test them, you feel the difference, you taste the difference, you learn the difference. We have training every Monday night. The person that invited you is going to do the first training for you when you get started. Once you understand that, TTP, share it. Why would you hold on to this stuff? It's so good. It's amazing. Okay. The only reason that Neolife has kept going for 67 years without advertising is because the customers that are using the products, these hundreds of thousands of people, are excited about them. I've got customers that are over 40 years old, 40 years, they've been trading and buying from us. Wonderful. They were texting me when I was in America, have a good holiday. Why? Because they love me, because they love my products. And it can be your solution. That's the rainbow of promise for you. So let's have a look at this rainbow of promise, the opportunity for you. Number one, it starts with a decision. You need to make a decision. Am I happy with my life as it is, or do I want more? Do I want to travel overseas? Do I want to go to Disney World? Do I need a new car? Do I need a new home? Do I need to extend my home? Do I need education for my children? I don't know what you need, but it starts with a decision. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, when you're sick and tired of going back to hasty, paycheck and broke, week after week after week, when you run out of money before you run out of every month, and you would need to make a decision, I need a change. Well, then take a look what I'm showing you right now, because it is simple, it is honest, and it's duplicable. It works for me. It's working for all the other people who are already registered on this call. It can work for you as well. So you purchase your starter pack. You get your own web page. Your name, Neolife, yourname.co.za, whatever the website page is, right? So now you got your home-based business. No interest, no hassles. What else are you going to get? Well, you're going to get in your literature starter pack, your product manual, your price list, your compensation plans, all those kind of stuff that you need to learn and read. It's your business. Learn it and read it. It's going to cost you 160 per annum membership fee. And now they're also going to say, hey, you got to get some products. Personally, I would say you need to get a lot of product. Don't go cheap. You get one product. You're going to build a business with one product. Imagine my dad said, we got one product in the shop. Forget it. We don't sell diamonds. Even the diamonds, they're going to sell gold and they're going to sell platinum. They're going to sell all sorts of other stuff as well. But my personal recommendation, get something from every aisle that you can test your products for yourself, right? Use them, love them, develop stories, testimonies around them, what they do for you. Take notes, take a look at this is your business. It's that the more intense you take this aspect of it from the beginning, don't think you're going to buy one product and sit there and wait for something to happen. No, it's not going to happen. There's no advertising. You are the advert. So you got to have a story to tell because it's just your story. All people want to know is an honest, truthful story. This is what I did. This is what it did for me. Okay. The bonus is you get free training and demo from your upline, the person that invited you. The moment you get this kit delivered, they coming to your house and they're going to walk you through every product that you've ordered. And if they don't know it, they're going to get someone above them somewhere along the line who can tell you. Number two, we have free online training every week by other members. On Monday, we will do it again. We'll have another training program. Number three, the company is giving free training all the time. They even have breakaway training, weekends away. When you hit certain levels, they will train you and give you intense training because it's important that you have a story to tell. Don't sell products. This is not push push. This is caring for people. Okay. And so what happens now, as you talk to people, you create your own buying group. Okay, so let's get the graphics of this. You register with NeoLife, you get the products at cost, and you TTP. You talk to people. And yeah, some people want to buy the product, and some people say, well, that's cool. I'm going to sell you the product. You know, I always offer them my link that they can register and get them, buy the 20%. Some people say, I don't want to be bothered. Cool. I supply them the product, some more, some less. I'm telling you, I'm sitting in America. And this thing is going all the time. Andy, can I get this? Andy, can I get that? I walk in the door tonight and a lady phones and says, Andy, when are you getting back? Because I'm desperately needing washing powder. I said, I've just walked in. She said, well, can I get it? I said, you're a good, you care for your customers, deliver it. I said, give me a break, sister. I've just walked in the door. Anyway, she sent her husband and they've got their product. It doesn't matter. How wonderful is that? Talk to people. And I'm going to make a profit on that. For sure I did. I made 25% profit on that sale. Okay. TTMP, talk to more people. But here's the key. You see, you share the products. You also share the business opportunity. There is a business opportunity. And I want to open that up to you now because um, when you create a buying group, things happen. Okay. So let's have a look. As some other people say, well, hang on, can I register and I'll buy it at cost? Of course they can. They're just like you. They buy at the same cost as you. Okay. And so you're making no money out of them. This is weird. No money. They could be in, one could be in Uganda, the one could be in the United States, the one could be in Australia, a couple can be in your next door neighbors. It doesn't matter. Everywhere, you know people that use soap, all right? Talk to them if they want to make some extra money, and who doesn't? Who doesn't? Folks, we're in desperate straits in South Africa. The rand is desperately weak. Let me tell you, I buy the kids an ice cream in America. It cost me $5.75. That's the cheapest. The most expensive, $7.50. Okay. That is 140, 150 rand for an ice cream. Let's get real, folks. Our rand is not a powerful currency in the world today, and with the motorbike, the Mercedes Benz is closed down for I don't know how long in East London. I know Volkswagen are battling because of the tariff business. There's no American market anymore for them. It's really they put 30% extra onto a motor car. Who's going to buy it? And there's a lot of people being laid off. And how many people and subsidiary companies link on behind that? People need to have an own business where they can buy it wholesale, save money every month. We need to care for people. It is that important. Okay. But what you're doing now is you're creating a buying group, and the buying group creates a greater volume of purchases. The company says, hey, we can see you serious about this. We're going to give you a volume rebate. We call it a bonus. And guess what? It starts to grow. And when you've got about 25 to 35 distributors in your buying group, you'll get to be a director. There's steps between that as well. And let me show you what happens. So you start off, you talk to 4 or 5 people, 6 people, and they register as distributors the same way as you. They get their starter pack, get working, and away they go. But they're also going to talk to people. And so they go and do it. We've got a lady on the call now. While I'm not here, Siatolo up in Botswana has just spoken to a friend who spoke to a friend who spoke to 3 deep in that organization. Three away. I guarantee you, Siatolo doesn't even know the person 3 away from her. It doesn't matter. She's out there now talking to them saying, let me explain the benefit of these products. Let me tell you what these things can do for you. Let me tell you how these products can save you money. And so she helps and explains to them, and they're excited. So the business is growing and growing and growing. What are we doing? We're talking to people. We teachers teaching teachers to teach how the benefits of the products, just like it was in my father's store. And so people started coming in all over the world. I met people in America. I had people phoning me from Durban saying, listen, I've got people in America. Can I go along and buy some product and can you bring this product back? Of course I can. We're out there to help each other all over the place. And the more we help each other, and as Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people in life get what they want, you can have every single thing that you want in your life. Isn't that a simple and wonderful philosophy? Absolutely special. And so you can see this gives you takes. And as you go up there's more and more people buying. Sure, you now start getting to a point where you can start saying, let me put it to you this way. What is your favorite radio station? I'll go at this one, that one, 702. I know it's not. None of those. None of the above. Your favorite radio station is WII FM. So let's get serious tonight. Let's get serious. WII FM stands for What's in It for Me. So let's have a look. If you want a business, you want to make money, let's get serious. Okay. You start off as a distributor, start a pack, a couple of products, you use the products, you find the products make a difference in your life, you save a couple of bob. Wonderful. Then you become a manager. Great. The manager gets about a 3% rebate on their purchases. Them and probably their whole team. Whatever purchases have gone through your organization, that will be accumulated and you get 3% kickback on the bonus value of it. What about a senior manager? Well, they get 10%. They, they're bigger. They're doing a bigger volume. They get a bigger volume rebate. And thereafter, you become a director and a qualified director. Qualified director, I just forget about the percentages, and I'm not trying to explain the compensation plan to you. That's in your kit, in your starter pack. So you get that, read up, and you understand that. Get your upline to explain it to you. So important. Qualified directors can earn 10 to 20 grand a month. It's going to make a difference in your life. You better believe it. 1,000 rand will make a difference in your life. I can guarantee it. Okay. If I said to you tomorrow, listen, I'll give you a free tank of fuel, would you take it? Nah, I don't need it. Yeah, of course you won't. $1,000 is a lot. 10,000 is a whole lot more. It's 120,000 rand a year. Some people don't even earn that from the job that they work in. You can do this in 3 months. You can get to that level. When you become a world team member, you've got a couple other directors in your, because the more people you can, simple, honest, duplicable, you duplicate, you're a director, you teach other people to be directors in your organization. Guess what? Your income level goes now somewhere between 15K and 100K a month. A month. You think, well, that's a lot. No, it's not. There's more. Okay, you become a president's team. They get monthly over 100K. Plenty. I don't know how much each one. There's different levels, and there's people that are earning lots. A lot of money. But I can do tell you, I have seen their 13th check. And so let's just show you. And these are even all these numbers I'm giving you, except what the 13th checks are valid. The rest are my own opinion. But after the years I've been in the business, I'm pretty accurate in what I'm giving you. Okay. But so let's have a look at what the 13th checks are. This is a bunch of Nigerian guys. Of course, they're very excited. And we look in, there's a 14,000 on the left-hand side. There's a 30,000 in the middle. There's an 8,000. Those are dollars, folks. Multiply that by 20. It's 18, 17 and a half, 18 for rands. But multiply by 20, it kind of rounds the whole thing off. And don't worry about it. Just take the tens of thousands. 30,000 times 20, that's 600,000 rand. Wouldn't that be an exciting bonus? But that's not all. What about these guys? Is 180,000 US dollar 13th check. That's 3 million rand. Come on. Is this bigger than you? I don't care how big your business is. I don't care how big your income is. An extra income and something which is going to last. And that's the generational wealth, because this business gets passed down generation to generation. I've already got plans for the handing down of my business to my kids and to my grandkids. I was talking to, we got a new person coming in Senegal. The company's not even in Senegal yet. And I said to my grandson, I said, listen, Keegan, you can speak French. I need you. We got to get into Dakar. So we'll see. But you know what? For that kind of money, it's a breeze. I can tell my grandson and I can show him the business and teach him. It's wonderful. He can use products. He can talk to people, and we can build it. Here's a guy in Nigeria again. Sorry for the scratches. I think that was a mistake. 223. That's 4 million rand. 13th check. Isn't that exciting? So let's fact check. I know you have dreams. You wouldn't be on this call if you weren't sick and tired of being sick and tired. If you didn't have a need that's greater than your paycheck. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for us to be honest tonight with each other, to say, hey, I am sick and tired. I do desperately need something. I need to save some money, and I'd love to make some money. However much you want to make, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm showing you a vehicle to get to this. And I'm saying my question is only this: why not? And why not now? The hardest thing in life is because we are not taught to make decisions. We look a gift horse in the mouth and we say, oh, yeah, yeah. Why not? What have you got to lose? You know, starter pack can be anything from 1,000 Rand, which is, I bought groceries. We went to Woolworths on the way home this afternoon, and like 3 packets of groceries. I said, Liz, this is 1,890 Rand. She says, yeah, that's it. I said, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's a whole bunch of veggies in this thing. And that's the reality of life. It's running away from you. Don't think that your salary is going to continue with the inflation that's coming. It's going to be big, big. So you get your business system, you get the products, you get the support, you get it all. There's everything with this package, and it's all for once you've got your starter pack, it's free. Work really hard for 8 years in your business of your own. And I'm telling you now, you'll earn a passive dream salary, but you got to work hard. I'm not kidding you. This is not a free ride. This is hard work. I worked really, really hard to get to where we are. You have that dream salary escalating 10 to 20% per annum. That is our reality. I'm in America and I'm watching. We had the record month. July was the highest income I have ever earned in this business, and I wasn't even here. That's the truth. So, and that goes on forever because the company's been there for 67 years. They'll be there for another 67 years. I'll be dead and gone. But my business will continue. The linkages will continue. My kids will benefit. Your kids will benefit. And everyone wins. I love this business. Go and achieve your dreams. Become an independent near-life distributor. Do it tonight. Get the link from the person that invited you and let them and register and get your own domain that you can register your people and get going. That is what it is. Let's ask a couple of people how and why they love this business. Sorry, let me just get out of here. Where am I? I'm lost. Is everyone still there? Where am I? Shui. There we go. Stop shui. Siatolo, I know that you're there somewhere. Won't you unmute yourself and just tell us, what have you been doing while I'm away? And Siatolo is not a sales lady. Sia is an academic, a wise lady, and a senior citizen, and someone that I really respect and admire for her tenacity and for her willingness to travel miles and miles and miles to help other people. So, Siatolo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Oh, let me.
Tell us what you've been doing and how your business is growing.
Yeah. First of all, maybe why I joined, I'm working hard in the business because I have worked before, and while I was working, I was actually introduced to this business. But you know, a paycheck, it doesn't matter how small it is, it has a way of blinding you, and it kind of blinded me. And now that I'm retired, I could see better. and retired with less money, and I could see better in this business. So I'm working very hard in this business, and I'm very much excited. And especially with the training, because the training from the Eagle team, from Andy's group, from New Life, has actually is actually I'm work in progress. It's actually changing my life, because I have had to make a couple of conscious decisions, and one of those was just to turn away from social media and Facebook, and only read things from the family. Yeah, and I'm very, very much excited, because uh, I have I have a winning team also. Uh, they are working very
Fantastic.
hard also. Thank you
Wonderful.
very much.
There you are. Thank you so much. And I'm going to bring, I haven't prepared this. I didn't know who was going to be on the call tonight. So, Hazel, I see you there. I hope that you're still there. May I ask just for you to give your testimony and why you love this business?
Yes,
Hazel
Andy.
Wolf. Thank you, dear.
Welcome. Welcome back. Yes,
Thank you.
I'm very, very excited. Actually, it was my husband that started the business. I thank God today that he did, because I was a crazy 24/7 teacher, would go to work on a Sunday. So I didn't think that there was time for anything else. I already had my family, I had my children, I had my work. I was a mother, I was everything. And so today I can really say I am so excited. And I was just working with somebody and I said, you know what? When you start the business, it's all about what I want out of the business. But the longer you're in the business, the more it's about what can I do for other people. And so being a
So true.
teacher, my biggest dream is to help mothers and mothers to be to rear their own children, because you could see who was a stay-at-home mother and who was a working mother. So that's my biggest dream, is to help them, because they can't stay at home. Life is too expensive. But this they can do so part-time, and even eventually fire their boss through this opportunity. So it's not about money only. If I think of personal growth, I can go on and on and on, but we don't have the time. So yes, thank you. Thank you,
Oh,
Andy.
isn't it? It is so wonderful. You know that no matter, I can go, I can see for 10, 15 people here. I can immediately, I know I'm going to get the same response. Try and keep them quiet. We are so excited. We have got the most amazing company that gives us the most incredible support. And Siatola mentioned as well, we've got the Eagle team, which is the most powerful, strongest, and the most stable team in the world, that's developed training techniques over the last 30, 40 years, that are it's giving us all the information we need to build a business. The products and the scientific advisory board that backs those products is just so, it's just so much to learn and so much for our own benefit. Um, it's wonderful. And we can go on all night about that, as Hazel says. So, folks, let me hand it over to you. Now it's your turn. We've given you what we can. And we would love to welcome you into the team. We'd love to welcome you to our training sessions. We'd love to go to the functions where we meet people from all over the country and all over the world at our big functions. Um, and just sharing, and we're all one big family because we care for each other, and we'd care for you as well. So the person that invited you sees something in you that maybe you don't even see for yourself, but they know that you're a winner. They know that you have dreams. They know that you have the capacity to build this business across the globe. So I wish you will. Get the link from them, register tonight. Don't be shy. Get some products from every aisle in the thing. Tell them, hey, I want to try all the aisles. It's no good. And you know, if I'd like to say, if you are not happy with that product, I'll give you your money back, no problem. Tell me what products you don't like, and I'll give you your money back as long as you get pass them on to someone else and get them to use it. Because don't waste that product. It is amazing stuff, and you want to help people somewhere along the line. That's a great job. Anyway, get that link, get yourself registered, and God bless you. Monday we're training, and I don't know what we're going to do, but I know I'm excited about just giving something special for you on Monday. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank
God
you,
bless.
Andy. Bye.
Thank you.